parents, come a little closer, especially if you've got a brand new little one in the family. Congratulations if you do. But this is definitely information you need to take on board. And joining us this morning is Professor Claudia Gray, one of our favorites, a pediatrician with extreme expertise in understanding and managing colic in babies. It is a very common thread, and colic can be a challenging experience for both parents and for the little ones, but fear not, because we're going to shed some light on this common concern, some insights, maybe dispel a few, and of course the role that SCOPEX can play in alleviating colic symptoms. Prof, it's a difficult one to know where to start because it kind of seems like such a broad classification of a lot of different symptoms. So maybe that's where we should start. Is can you define what you would consider colic when someone comes through your doors?
Yeah, thanks. So basically, colic means excessive fussiness and excessive crying time in a young baby, and by definition, who is otherwise well. So you've ruled out medical conditions, the baby is growing and developing normally, but crying and fussing more than expected. And these colic episodes, typically the child looks distressed, clenches the fists, goes red in the face, draws up the legs, which has classically given people the thought that it might be a gut disorder, but that's not all it is.
It's not all it is, because I know there are a few different directions to approach this, but the bottom line is your baby is in a huge amount of discomfort. It is one of the most distressing things, and it often feels like there's no off switch. It can go on and on, which for a tired parent can be breaking. It really is hectic. So what are those causes? We know the gut can play a role, but what are the broader kind of inputs here?
Yeah, so as I said, people classically think of it as a gut issue, but I don't. I think of it as a little baby who's come out of a comfortable womb and has to face life.
The world.
Which is a huge, huge mission for this baby who's been protected. So it's a combination of an immature, sensitive little gut and an immature, sensitive little brain. And often also parental anxiety.
That's the thing. So maybe it's just systemic. The system hasn't quite aligned or clicked into place as it should be outside in the big,
Graham,
brave,
if
crazy
you think
world.
about a baby who was fed by an umbilical cord, now suddenly has to take in so much milk, which from 3 weeks onwards is like us taking about 12 litres of milk a day in comparison to our body weights.
That's just that energy output alone
so
is
you
staggering.
think about how uncomfortable you would be digesting all that milk with your in comparison to your body weight.
Oh, completely. That's actually a real light bulb moment for me. And I think for a lot of parents, you need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, because just focusing on one thing, you might be shooting yourself in the foot in that sense. How do we approach this? What is the first step that you would normally advise?
Well, you first of all, you asked about cause, and I said about the immaturity, but remember other things can contribute. The microflora in the gut, the cramps and spasms in the gut, a hypersensitive baby, maybe over-anxious parents, maybe feeding difficulties. So you need to know all of those things to manage a child holistically. So first of all, rule out medical issues. If you're worried, see your medical practitioner. Make sure it's not a baby with issues such as eczema or growth failure. Make sure it's not a cow's milk protein allergy, lactose intolerance or reflux. Once you've ruled that out, you need to see colic holistically. So first of all, sort of just behavioral things like holding the baby, winding the baby, changing the feeding techniques, white noise, taking the baby for a drive.
I was waiting for that to come out.
Accepting help as parents, taking turns. If mummy's breastfeeding, express, let daddy do one feed. You need your sleep, because over-anxious parents will lead to over-anxious bubbas. And then you might also want to reach for medications. So we could do probiotics, we could do charcoal or simethicone-based things to reduce the gassiness. A warning against colic mixtures. I don't like mixtures because most of them contain a sedative. And do you really want to sedate your young baby?
And you're just masking it, not really helping it, for sure.
So look for more clean medications if you're desperate. Clean paracetamol, clean antispasmodics if you need them for symptoms. But remember, this too shall pass.
And that's for parents and for the children as well. What I would say is reserve the judgment as well, because I think what often stops us asking for help or coming out of our baby bubble is the sort of we've got this or we should have this.
Yeah.
Just set that aside for a moment and ask for help. I can guarantee you in your bigger, broader baby bubble, there will be people and professionals ready to help you, but you've just got to ask for that help. Prof, thank you so much. I actually understand so much more right now. I think I might be ready to have a third. No, not a chance. But if you are in the throes of this particular journey yourself, I know how challenging it can be. So please do ask for help if you need it. So we're going to throw our kind of little contribution into the mix as well, and we're going to give you the opportunity to win yourself 5,000 Rand in cash, in fact, this week with SCOPEX. And all you have to do is tell us how has SCOPEX helped you as a parent to ease your baby's colic symptoms. Use the hashtag SCOPEX in your entry on Facebook, X and Instagram and on our competition post. And the competition closes Tuesday, the 4th of December at midnight. But you can find all the T's and C's that do apply on expressoshow.com. Prof, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
As parents need peace of mind when it comes to things like colic, maybe packing for the holidays, and especially our baby's tummy troubles.
Oh yeah, now SCOPEX has you covered. You can win 5,000 Rand weekly to make your life easier and your baby's tummy happier.
You need to answer Expresso's weekly question on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram with that all-important hashtag SCOPEX, and it could be yours. T's and C's apply. Good luck.